So an update on the Dogecoin position. Currently the position is down $2,304 with 75 cents. And looking at Doge, so right now on the daily chart it is below the 9-day moving average, but at one point it was above the 9-day moving average. If we can resume being above the 9-day moving average, we can see further upturn from Doge. On the 30-minute time chart, it looks like it's trying its best to use that 50-day moving average as support. It previously used it here. It looks like it could use it here again, once again. On the 4-hour time chart, so currently I still believe that Doge is in an uptrend. The reason I say that is because we finally have made it above the 180/200-day moving average. The only possibility that I could see this going down is if the 9-day moving average resumes going below the 20-day moving average, and that's when we could see Doge go down further. But it looks like the 9-day moving average currently has curled over the 20-day moving average, and it looks like it's trying its best to use that 20-day moving average as support on the 4-hour time chart. So if Doge does decide to go down a little bit, the best bet that could happen is that it could use the 20-day moving average as support. But honestly, I still feel like we'll still see Doge go further up from here. So but yeah, I mean, and then just looking at the overall crypto market, Bitcoin specifically, so let's see, I think it actually today, no, it's getting close to all-time highs, which was previous all-time high was 109,455. So today it reached the high of 107,171. So we'll have to see what happens with Bitcoin specifically. Currently on the daily chart, it is above the 9-day moving average. On the 30-minute time chart, basically Bitcoin is in an uptrend. I still believe in an uptrend because now it's above the 180/200-day moving average, and it looks like it's been using the 50-day moving average as support actually. And then on the 4-hour time chart, definitely in an uptrend, because at one point it was just struggling under this 180/200-day moving average ever since, I guess you could say, since April 12th. It finally managed to break above it. So Bitcoin is finally in an uptrend. It is above both moving averages, 180/200-day moving average. And then currently so here's how the moving averages look like right now. First is the 9, second is the 20, third is the 50-day moving average. And usually when, I'm not sure if you guys can see it up more close, but that's as far as I can zoom in. But basically whenever the chart or whenever the moving averages look like that, where it's like first the 9, then the 20, and then the 50-day moving average, and then those three moving averages are above the 180 and 200-day moving average, and the moving averages are all the way below, when the 180 and 200-day moving averages are way below, usually that kind of means that that specific stock or specific stock will be in an uptrend for that specific day, and it'll try to carry that trend towards the next day. Usually that doesn't happen where it tries to carry that trend the next day, but this is the 4-hour time chart we're talking about. So there could be a possibility that if whatever reason Bitcoin does decide to go down a little bit further tomorrow, they'll have to use the 9-day moving average, the 20-day moving average, or the 50-day moving average as support. That way it can bounce off of it and we can see further uptrend from Bitcoin. But And then just pretty much the overall crypto market was booming actually today, so pretty surprised with that. And then pretty much the overall Magnificent Seven, as you know, after hours, they've been doing pretty horrible. Specifically Tesla actually, and then second place that's doing horribly is Nvidia. What news came out that this caused for this to happen? I'm trying to remember what happened that day, but I'm pretty sure there's something about tariffs that were talked about that Friday. This Friday, but I'm not sure what it was. But currently on the 4-hour time chart, we are in an uptrend. The SPY is above the 9 and 20-day moving average. Currently, let's see. Currently, the after hours, it's 589. The 20-day moving average reads 588. So if SPY decides to use the 20-day moving average and the pre-market and bounce off of it, then good, we can see further uptrend from SPY and the overall market. If it for whatever reason decides to shatter that 20-day moving average, we could see SPY go down along the overall market. If it does decide to shatter the 20-day moving average, the next support level that SPY could possibly use is the 50-day moving average, and if it does, great. If it doesn't, oh well, we'll have to see what happens from there. But for now, I do believe that SPY is in an uptrend. It's managed to break over the 180/200-day moving average, and yeah, I still believe this trend, this bullish trend that SPY is in, could still possibly continue still continue this week. Obviously there will be maybe like a slight pull down, like how any other stock does in the market. First you'll see like a great run through the market, and then all of a sudden you'll see a dump all of a sudden. So that's just like with any stock in the market, and that's pretty much it. So just keep an eye on also keep an eye on UNH, because actually UNH was reported for fraud or something like that, Medicaid fraud, but then all of a sudden I think some news came out saying that that news about Medicaid fraud was false news. So definitely keep an eye on UNH. It is it's like a, how do you say, it's considered a mega cap stock. So if you are to invest into the long term and you're looking for a particular stock that you're trying to get into, I'd keep an eye on UNH, add it to your watch list, observe what happens, observe the news of what's going on with them. And that's pretty much it. As always, this is not financial advice. As always, take care and bye.